it's not looking good for GTA 6, you guys. It is not looking good for GTA 6 in the November 19th release date, right? Because right here, we have some comments from insider Jason Schreier, which we all know Jason Schreier has very, very deep connections at companies like Rockstar, right? And he's very credible. We all know this. And right here, he says, I think this feels a little bit more real than fall 2025 did. But it's really hard to say right now, right? And that is not a good thing. That's not promising, you guys. Like, I mean, let's read that one more time. He says, I think this feels a little bit more real than fall 2025 did. A little bit more real is not reassuring, right? Like, that doesn't bring confidence into the people. I don't think that that's gonna bring confidence. I don't think when I read this, when a person reads that, I think this feels a little bit more real, that doesn't seem very confident, right? And Jason Schreier is one of the most reputable people that we have. So let's look at some of these comments. We have from Imaginary Plate. He says, still not content complete. At this point, I'm wondering why they decided to create and release the trailer in 2023. People are going to wait for the game regardless. Announcing that the release date would be in 2025 when apparently they were ways away from being finished with the game is only creating angst amongst fans because of delays. Odd decision making by Rockstar. Yeah, I think that this is true. Like, it was a really weird decision for them to announce this game as early as they did, right? And I know if Strauss Zelnick was going to comment on it, obviously he would have the corporate response like, yeah, no, we really believed that we could hit our releases. We were very confident in the release. But bro, I mean, come on, my guy. Come on, my guy. It was obvious to any dev. And I think also devs and Rockstar also commented on this before. They said, like, yeah, like, none of us believed that we were going to hit that 2025 release date. Like, none of us believed that, but we were trying hard, but we all internally knew that we were never going to hit that release date. So it was like, why would they cap like that? You know what I mean? And why would they even announce it that early? I feel like that's actually hurting them more than helping them. Because I know people are going to be hyped for GTA 6 regardless, right? I know this is going to be one of the biggest games ever, right? Probably the biggest game ever. It's going to break records, all of that, right? But I do think there is a point where, like, let's say they delay it again, right? Let's say they delay it to late 2027 or even 2028 or something like that. I do think they're after this, like, if there was another delay, I think it hits a point where fans, like, okay, they're still gonna buy the game when it comes out, obviously, but people won't have that enthusiasm, like, oh my god, a new GTA. You know what I mean? People just won't have that enthusiasm the way that they do now, or not even do now. I would say it's losing it now. Like, I would say people still have it now, but like it's getting there. You know what I mean? One more delay and I would say, yeah, we're at that point. We're gonna hit that threshold where people start to just be like, okay, it's never coming. That's what people could start doing. People will start maybe saying, like, it's never coming, or it's coming, but I don't care when it's coming. I'll get it when it comes. You know what I mean? And it just kills all the hype. So yeah, people will still buy it when it comes, but it kills the hype, which hype is like a big thing because hype makes you tell your other friends about it. Hype creates a lot of different things. Hype makes people create more content about these things. Like, you know what I mean? Hype does a big thing. So losing the hype is a loss in money for sure. You know what I mean? Not that the game won't be successful. It will. But if they delay it again, there will be a tangible loss. It's just that we won't be able to actually count it ourselves. But the hype will be less, which is a bad thing. So I do think it would hurt them more than it would help them to actually delay it another time. I think the best thing for them to do is to just release it, you know, even if it's not ready by November 2026, because how much longer is it going to take? There's no way. Like, if they announced it in 2023 that they thought that the game was going to come out in 2025, how are they that far behind? You know what I mean? Like, bro, Rockstar is really unproductive when it comes to, like, working on these games. But I did want to bring this up as well because journalist Tom Henderson from Insider Gaming says that he actually has a contrary take from what we've seen with Jason Schreier, right? Which Jason Schreier didn't directly say is not coming. He just says he still is not that confident. You know what I mean? He thinks it feels a little bit more real. But Tom Henderson from Insider Gaming says that GTA 6 will release this year. He says Rockstar is confident about, which means nothing, right? But it says Rockstar is confident about the November 19th release, but they always say that. They've been confident every single time, or seemingly publicly. Maybe he's saying internally they're confident, which is different, because internally they were not confident about the 2025 release. But publicly they were, though. So I don't know. It's a 50-50 with that. But he says the standard edition will be $80 and the PC version will release in fall 2027. So the standard edition being $80, I could definitely see that. And I know a lot of people will be like, yeah, no, they're going to go for a $70 release because they make most of their money from online and everything like that, which is true. They do make most of their money from online, but no one's going to not buy the game because it's an extra $10. In fact, I think people would still buy the game even if it was an extra $20. But it would start to hit that threshold where certain people would start to be thinking about it. You know what I mean? But 80 people are definitely going to get it. You can't tell me that people every single year, the same people who are buying that Call of Duty, the slot Call of Duty games, which I do know it underperformed this year, but every year it typically performs pretty well and overperforms, right? That same slop garbage Call of Duty game that hasn't been good since like Black Ops 3, in my opinion, right? The same Call of Duty game that hasn't been at that peak since like Black Ops 3, they still are making $1 billion almost every year except this year on the game, and they still might make $1 billion on it this year just from microtransactions and everything else, even though damn near no one is playing it. You know what I mean? So I think it will definitely be $80 because you cannot tell me that those same people who are buying those trash COD games and all the other garbage games that are releasing at $70 would not buy GTA 6, which is going to be an industry-leading title, one of the best. It's going to be the best game to ever come out. I 100% believe that, you know, because Red Dead Redemption 2 right now is the best game that's ever came out. When we talk about everything holistically, technically, story-wise, the actual open world, it's the best game that's ever existed. This is a fact, not an opinion. You know what I mean? This is a fact. Red Dead Redemption 2 right now, still to this day, you feel me, is it's the best game that's ever came out. This is like an undisputed thing. The only thing that I would say Red Dead 2 could have done better was with like movement. You know what I mean? Like jumping around. I think like they could have had a more agile character. Like we haven't had a nimble character in any of these Rockstar games. That's the problem. Rockstar needs to get better with like having nimble movements. You know, we should have a character who can move nimbly. We need a character who can move, who has nimble movements and can move around kind of fast and stuff like that. So I think movement has always been like a not too great thing in GTA and Rockstar games in general. But in GTA 4, they had a little, like you could cling on to ledges and stuff like that, and it was a little bit more in depth. So hopefully they have it more in depth this time, and it's like much, much better. Because movement is one of the main things that I would say, like, okay, yeah. Like, Red Dead Redemption 2 is not the best game movement-wise. I would say it's not the best game in the world movement-wise. Like there's just games, I don't want to compare apples to oranges, because there's games that have better movement that are completely different. But, like, there's third-person games that have better movement than Red Dead 2 as well. You know? Bro, I would say even Watch Dogs 2, like, the characters are more nimble. Like, they can move around more fluidly than you move around in Red Dead 2. Like when you're running around, the character running around, I know people are gonna like be mad that I'm saying this, but the character running around in Watch Dogs 2 is moving around more nimbly than the character Arthur Morgan is in Red Dead 2. 100% he is. 100% he is. You feel me? So Rockstar could definitely have better like movement. You know what I mean? They could definitely have better movement, but other than movement, and some of the shooting mechanics could be a little bit better in Red Dead 2 too. I think some of the shooting mechanics, they're not bad, but they could have been a little bit more tuned and a little bit cleaner, a little bit more smooth and intuitive, some of them, right? But other than some of the shooting and some of the movement, like, it's the best game that's ever happened, undisputed, right? So they can definitely charge $80 for it. But we're seeing two opposing takes, you guys. So I want to leave this with you guys. What do you guys think about everything that was mentioned in this video? Do you guys think that GTA 6 will hit its release? Do you guys think it will be $80, right? And do you think the PC version will actually come out in 2027? The PC version, I don't know, man. With the RAM and everything, maybe Rockstar delays it even further. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. What do you guys think about this stuff, though? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, like the video. It's Wealthy Gamer here. Tuning out.